Internet, baby. That could be a thumbnail, that, couldn't it? I've noticed that the thumbnails are the ones that get the most views, so that's definitely how you have to do it, because that's YouTube. If I do that, I bet you there's more views on it. Funny, isn't it? I felt anxious. But anxiety comes from fear of some sort. Don't feel fearful. So what is it? I've got some pretty avant-garde views. I understand there's a fine line between genius and madness, but why am I even considering that? Who gives a shit? Who cares what people think? Why is it a consideration? I want my friends challenge my views, and it offset me, it unsettled me. I'm not sure why, but I've had a fantastic day today. Truly feel blessed. My kid, I've seen him, he's the most wonderful thing. Thank God. Thank God. Went to the zoo. Chester Zoo's well good. If you live in the northwest or in and around Chester and you're not going to Chester Zoo, go to Chester Zoo. Invest in Chester Zoo. That's where I got to today. I was like buying the food in there and stuff, because it goes back into the zoo. Because what happens is, in the society that we live in, we'll go for the cheapest thing. Because money's important. Everyone needs money. So we try and get the lowest possible deal. Which means that, you know, I was saying to my missus on the way, let's take snacks in. And then I was like, actually, let's buy the snacks in there, because it puts money back into the zoo. Oh, spat them. Which is good, because you're supporting the local zoo, and the local zoo is absolutely incredible. It's so cool. We went on, oh my God, it's so cool. We went on the slow riverboat. I've never been so relaxed. I haven't been that relaxed in years. Fantastic. He sat on me, we're cuddling, pointing, we're looking at stuff. Oh my good God. That's what it's about, man. It's not about chasing money and fame. It's about the pursuit. It's about being present with meaning. Yes, lad, ragging it around Tesco car park. It's about meaning and those feelings of like real shit, real stuff, meaning, depth. All the Lamborghinis and shit like that, we think it was gonna make us happy, and then we all chase it. But why? Why do we chase it? Because the media, I think, tells us it's going to make us happy. Consume, buy, feed the beast. Capitalism. I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of a mass awakening happening, sort of a waking up to the understanding or the felt sense that we've been on the wrong path. And the wrong path has been purported to us through the screens that we all have in our houses. I drove past, one thing I've noticed is driving round anywhere, you'll have groups of lads or whatever, groups of girls. This is a really good example. Like teenage-ish 20s girls. You see a group of them walking, and they've basically all got the same clothes on. And lads as well. Here now, it's tracky top, Montrex, black and grey, a little bit of colour, tracksuit, and then they take the top off and tie it around the waist. Also the balaclava thing, the whole drill thing. It's funny. But why is it that instead of chasing moments of meaning and depth, we chase material goods and then we think that's going to make us happy? But speaking from experience, it doesn't. And I've been so introspective on stuff. Why is the best question, is the best word in the human language, English language. Human language, ¿por qué? También. En español. Why? Yeah, but why? Yeah, but why? Challenge, think, zoom out. Zoom out and look at things objectively. If you zoom out, you can see the constructs that we're living in and assess them from a place of default, norm, without bias. That's what I'm looking for. Zoom out and look at things objectively. Don't just believe everything, like everything that has a name, everything that has a noun might be just be an ideological label. If you drill down into that, I don't know. I've been fucked about a lot in life, and through that fucking about, you just get a sense of distrust, and then you question stuff. It's like, okay, now to be safe, I have to question this situation, this person, this whatever it is. Because I'm very genuine. I think I'm a little bit autistic. I've got it in the family. I'm very to the point and matter of fact about things. In a certain sense, I don't really understand the subtleties. So I'm just to the point. And then you add in like the distrust of people that are supposed to have duty of care or people in positions of authority. And then you add in a shitload of empathy because obviously things happened to me when I was younger. And then you develop, there's a school of thought that empaths are developed from the need to protect when something bad happens. And then you have the need to protect, so that makes you hyper vigilant. And then over time, that develops a heightened sense of empathy. And you add in the autism a little bit, add in a bit of ADHD, because these are the labels, by the way. I think it's all spiritual. It's hard because science is the humanistic conceptualization of what is going on in and around us. And it's very, very useful. We seem to think, I feel like we're entitled. I'm not even really enjoying these. Anxiety, what's that? Anyway, we're quite entitled, I think, because we think we know everything. I don't think we're the first civilization at all. I think there's been numerous, maybe. The city of Atlantis and all that. Well, I don't know. I think we're missing something. I think we think in terms of data, stats, tangible, obvious. When we drill down, we've drilled down into that so much as a civilization, and we keep finding answers. We keep building technologies. We keep finding answers, and then it perpetuates this sense of we know everything. And then people get attached to the notion that we know everything, and then they don't feel comfortable challenging norms. I think we're entitled. I think we don't know everything. Look at the pyramids as an example. We ain't got a clue how they were made. We didn't even know there were structures underneath the pyramids till recently. Which is wild. I don't even want these. They go better in the freezer. But yeah, man. Anyway, Today was I'm so happy and relieved. I feel blessed. It's those moments of like, that's the shit that really pops. Meaning, family, love, passion, bonds, being present, enjoying the moment. Like, these are the things that mean stuff, not see a man driving a German whip, which was a very, very catchy song. Excuse me. I love my son. It's almost scary how much I love him. I love my dogs as well. Oh my goodness. Having dogs like having kids. They're actually, in some ways, more of a pain in the ass. But that pain in the arse bit, that's where the growth is. Being out your comfort zone is where the growth is. But that kid. My heart. My heart. It's just, I just feel a bit fucked today. But like, good fucked. Anxiety is something that happened in your past that scared you, I think, and then you don't want it to happen again, and then your body sort of goes into this hypervigilance of protection mode. And I don't know why that's, well, I did just see a guy that came on to me, which is, you know, we live in a society that celebrates being good looking, but trust me, there's a double-edged sword to all these things. You've never had the lads that are your friends trying it on, which is unsettling, I would say, is the best way of describing it. And I just saw one, and that, I think, has knocked me. Oh, that's why I feel anxious. It's triggered my abuse. That's why. Well, that makes sense, I guess. The guy that fucking abused... should I share this? Maybe not. Let's just say I was in close proximity to one of them, both of them, on a number of occasions prior to understanding what happened and who they were. And there was one that would never look me in the eye. And now, obviously, that makes a lot of sense. I always thought it was weird, but then that's going into an empath. I notice these things. My old man would never notice anything like that, but if someone, you know, subtle cues, that wasn't a fart, by the way. Silly. I'm anxious, it's triggered my abuse, fuck's sake. And having that conversation with my friend where he's challenging my views, it's like, I don't know. You shouldn't have to justify your point, but I guess that's another thing about the world. Like, everyone just talking. I know this is completely ironic, but just talking. Turn the TV on and just talking. Someone's talking about someone talking. Someone's talking about someone talking. That happens a lot. Talking. People always talking about people. They keep on talking, but they don't put in the That's Step Brothers. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. William Ferrell. I can do some impressions. I do them with the kid. I get the lucha libre, hombre, so I'm holding a toy, you know. I'm morning Antonio is saying to the giraffe, is saying to the tigre, saying, hey man, don't come looking at Leonardo like that. I will fuck you up, I say. I don't generally say fuck you up with the baby. I think I do, but he's too young. It's funny. It's just it becomes like swearing, doesn't it? I don't think it's good. I don't think it's big. I don't think it's clever. I try not to do it, but sometimes it's just slips a little bit out, doesn't it? It just slips out. It's like a little banana skin, like it just slips right out. I think it's phrases, built-in phrases that I've just got used to using that just slip right out. Ay, ay, ay. What other deep shit have I been talking about and thinking about recently? Oh, I love it though. I love it. I love having the opportunity, thank God, I love having the opportunity to be able to be entrepreneurial and do things that enable the betterment of other people. So like car hires, helping people out. In a sense, like don't get me wrong, that's not my philanthropic for-profit model. Which, Aussie, that is one of the parts of the plan, but I don't need to share the whole plan, bruh. I probably should, maybe you'd understand more, and I feel a little bit better about the conversation I just had with him. But I love that kid. Anyway, I do the accents, you know? When I'm talking like this, maybe we go to a party, maybe we go to bed, I think I prefer to go to bed, I say, porque, I'm a little bit tired, I walk around the zoo all the time, and the zoo is very, 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 very good, but, I'm tired, I say, I'm a little bit cansada, cansado, oh, no, cansada. Dale, pues. Vamos a hablar en español un poquito. I look mental right now. What's your problem, Holmes? Scotland. I used to do when I was at the funny thing, right? When I was at fucking uni, right, in Leeds, I had a character I used to play when I was pissed, right? I got on the piss, I pissed on my face. I do the blind Scotsman. You want to see the blind Scotsman a minute? Ready? I can't say a fucking thing. Where's my stick? Where's me? Oh, fucking, where's me? Yeah, like that. Now I really do feel anxious. That is me being myself and silly. And then I do it, and then I don't know why. What is it? There's a really good poem from Coach Carter about, and that kid stands up in the hall and he says it. What's your deepest fear? My deepest fear is not that I'm inadequate. My deepest fear is that I'm powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Playing small does not serve the world. Your playing small does not serve others. And then it says about like letting your light shine type vibe, which is, and that's one thing that I really like about Warrington. I've got a love-hate relationship with Warrington in terms of the tough guy thing is a bit wearing, I'm not gonna lie, fellas. But I get it and I respect it, and it's made me who I am, which is all gravy, baby. It's just sometimes it's just a bit much, isn't it? But it comes from insecurity. The need to be tough is the need to protect. The need to protect is from fear. So all of the bad guys, tough guys, actually are the most insecure. Really? Because you have to be like that for a reason, which is protecting oneself. Oh yeah, I'm trying to let my light shine a bit more. It feels uncomfortable because I feel like maybe it's quite bright. And I'm not saying that in a big-headed way. I'm just like trying to get to grips with dealing with all the panic and anxiety attacks after my finding out about my abuse, and then integrating back into society at the same time as, you know, being a new dad and things like that. And having, you know, this shit go down with the popo. It's sounding well posh then. Yeah, I've had such a avant-garde life. Yeah, I lived on a Lilo in Ibiza. Selling a couple of pills here and there to pay for €9 rent, to then buy a baguette and a thing of pate. Playing football at Eton College. Working in private equity, which is like buying and selling businesses, which is hard to get into unless you're somebody's son or nephew or whatever. It's incredibly difficult to get into. And just been exposed to so much, like the spectrum of things that I've been exposed to. It's wild. It's hard to get my head around. And it also means that I don't feel like I fit in anywhere. I never really fit in with my posh mates. I never really fit in with the Ibiza crowd. Never really fit in Warrington crowd. It's just, I don't know. I like talking Spanish. I feel like my battery's gonna go. It's going really dark. So I'm gonna leave it there. That was a ramble, wasn't it? Yeah. Dealing with that abuse stuff has been fucking mad. For like 6 months, I couldn't leave the house without having a panic attack. I had the hugest panic attack in Euston Station. It was so intense. No one helped. We were all walking past, just like either not looking or I was like, oh, I would never do that to someone. Yeah, all right. Do you need anything? Like, doesn't. We're all so stuck in our own heads that we don't realise that we're all connected, and it's all. If we just helped each other out, everything would be fine. But why do we not do that? And these are the questions that I ask when I'm driving or I'm walking the dogs or I've got time to think, or, you know, like now, sitting in a car park talking to a screen again on my own. But I had a beautiful day with a beautiful woman and a beautiful boy. I've got beautiful dogs, got a beautiful house. I'm starting to love myself, and I think there's a heightened consciousness in the world. I'm really hopeful and I'm really passionate, and I really want to do more impressions, and I'm going to do that more. And I like being silly, and I hide it because I used to get judged for it at school and stuff. So there's more silly shit coming, alright? So fucking buckle up, pal. See you later, internet. All the best, eh?